Hey YouTube, thanks for dropping in to check out another Profit Picks episode. In this one, we're going to go ahead and we're going to recap last night. We're going to take a look at our overall progress, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at tonight's action. Of course, I just want to point out that we did have a 3-1 night last night, which basically means that we started this channel on Monday, and today's Monday. Obviously, that's the first full week that we've done here, and we've only had one red day, and I hope that we can keep that success going, of course, but I just wanted to point that out. Great success so far. Let's keep it going. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Recapping yesterday's bets, starting with Jalen Suggs under the 22.5 points. This one straight up, I think we got lucky. He played 13 total minutes yesterday. He put up 8 points in those 13 minutes. He ends up getting pulled early in the second quarter due to a wrist sprain. Ends up missing the rest of the game, and I feel that's how we hit the under. 13 minutes played and 8 points. If you ask me, he probably would have covered if he stayed in. So, I hope it's nothing serious, and I hope he recovers. But yeah, I just wanted to point out we kind of got lucky on that one. Next one up, Cam Thomas, over 19.5. We cash. He ends up getting 24. Goes 10 for 11 in free throws, 3 for 7 on the 3-ball. And one thing I want to point out about this game that I found interesting is, the Nets, they had the lead a majority of the game. They end up coughing up the lead to the Magic, who ultimately get the win. At some point in the fourth quarter, they end up coughing up the lead. And Cam Thomas, he was pulled, I want to say, halfway through the fourth, give or take, something like that. And I feel like that's kind of where it all went downhill. And not that it really relates to this bet, but just something interesting I wanted to point out. Cam Thomas is, a pretty big piece of this Nets team. And, yesterday they really struggled when he was pulled out of the game. So next one up, we do end up dropping Isaiah Hartenstein over 12.5 rebounds. This one, there's not really a whole lot to speak on. We drop it. I think he just ends up coming short. I think he ends up playing something like 5 minutes less than he usually does, and there is the blowout factor in there. I can't say that that's the reason that he dropped this. I think we just come up short on this one. Moving on to the last and final one, we do end up cashing this one, and it's Julius Randle under 7.5 rebounds. This one I had on deck along with the Derek White 15.5 points in case there was a change, and of course there was with Porzingis. So we placed this one in place of the Porzingis bet. He cashes. The numbers just made sense to me here that he was going to hit this under, so there's really not much to speak about as far as that goes. That's the recap for yesterday. Again, 3-1. So today actually marks the first full week that we've been tracking our bets here on YouTube. After a 3-1 night last night, we end up going 17-7 total for the week. That's up 7.84 units with a win percentage of 70.8%. So I do take a lot of time to look through things to find these picks, ones that I think we have our best chances at winning, and I've done pretty well doing that so far. And I hope that we can continue that success going into today, this week, and, after that. So let's go ahead from here and let's take a look at today's action. All right, so the first play for tonight for us over here at Profit Picks is going to be Christian Braun over 11.5 points. To me, this looks like a buy low spot for Braun. Last matchup against Utah, he put up 18 points. Utah's defense really struggles against the position. Braun's point average in December has been considerably lower than November and October. And I'm sure it's linked to his back issue that he's been going through this month. But he's playing today against a defense that struggles against a position, and he's a full go. He's not questionable or anything like that. I think this could be a good spot to take a chance on him bouncing back a little bit on that front. So give me Christian Braun over 11.5 points in the first one. Next one for tonight is Norman Powell over 23.5 points. As of late, that's against the Pelicans. As of late, we're looking at a different Norman Powell here. He's playing very well, significantly contributing to the Clippers' success. They're sitting at 18-13. The Pelicans, they struggle against the position, and I think Powell's going to be able to continue his success here. The Pelicans allow a lot of points. I want to say the 24th most in the league in general. And if you look at their last three, they're getting smoked, average of like 130 points a game or something like that. So this is a good spot for Powell. I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to take him here at over the 23.5 against the Pelicans. In this next one, we're going to take a side in another spread bet. We're going to take the Mavericks in the 3.5 points, playing the Kings in Sacramento. Personally, I don't see why the Mavericks are the dog here. I know they're without their top player in Doncic, and I know the Kings are pretty much at full strength. But the Kings are still showing some significant struggles, and essentially until they can show us something different, I don't think that they should be laying the 3.5 points. When we look at the ATS numbers, it's kind of one of those scenarios again where the ATS numbers are in favor of the Mavericks. They've been a better team, ATS basically all around, than the Kings. I wouldn't take playing the money line off the table in this one either, honestly. But we'll go ahead and we'll assume a little less risk, and we'll take the 3.5 points with the Mavericks. All right, so in this next one, we're going to pick an actual side in the Clippers and Pelicans game. Clippers will be going to New Orleans, laying 5 points. I can see where the 5 points is coming from. I still think it's a bad number, though. I think it should be a little bit higher just because the Pelicans are so bad. So the Clippers, both of them are in the bottom half of the league in terms of points scored. But the thing for me here is it's kind of where we're trending here in terms of against the spread. So if we look at the data against the spread, we have the Clippers. We have two entirely different situations, basically. So altogether, the Clippers are 20-11 against the spread, and the New Orleans Pelicans are 11-21. Basically, the second worst team in the NBA against the spread altogether so far. So, as a home team, New Orleans against the spread is a little bit better than that. It looks like they are going to be 8-9, still not even 500. I think as a home dog, they're 500, 7-7. I think when you look at any set of data you really can against the spread for the Pelicans, that's the best you're going to find is 500, 7-7, and that's as a home underdog. If we look here on the other side of it as an away favorite for the Clippers, they actually rank towards the top of the league against the spread as an away favorite at 2-0. So either way we slice this, it kind of looks like the Clippers are getting the edge here in terms of how the two teams have been performing against the spread, and that's what I'm rolling with. I don't think the 5 points is enough, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay the 5 points here with the Clippers. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up the video for today. I do want to thank you very much for checking it out. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, drop some comments below. I would truly appreciate the support. Again, I don't just come on here and throw these picks out here out of nowhere. I do put a lot of time into finding these, and I hope that you are finding it beneficial in one way or another. So again, thank you very much for checking it out. Whatever you bet tonight, please bet responsibly. Good luck, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.